nice to have. And it's simply because I guess I was focused on the practical outcomes of what I was going to do. I mean, to do a segmentation where you know that you can influence behaviours to get a particular result feels a lot more quantifiable as a marketer than relying purely on psychographical stuff. But then again, I did see some results when we did use the segmentation which contains psychographical stuff to make decisions around spend as well. So I think look, it really gets back to that whole notion of testing again and just seeing what works. But I know for some organisations who don't maybe have a research budget, you know, concentrating on behaviours is absolutely a first step.
So interesting that the case study you shared.
Yep.
Where you had 13 to 1 on the
Yep.
on the psychographic test versus
behaviour.
6 to 1 on the behavioural. It just
Yep.
that seems incongruous, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
mean, sort of thinking about it intuitively, it seems.
Sure. Yeah, look, I mean, I included it because it was an example that surprised us. And certainly kind of went against all of my kind of baseline marketing activity where I would use behaviour to influence what I actually did. You know, and we did do other stuff that didn't have the same results. So I think it really does get back to that notion of testing. And I think if you're an organisation who has a very specific kind of art form and you are completely confident of what's going to be coming up in a year or two around that art form, it allows you, I think you've probably got a little bit more value, whereas if your programming mix is constantly shifting, it's much harder to get a baseline and know what's actually influenced the behaviour and the outcome here. Does that make sense?
Can I ask about the shadow audience? Aaron, you were talking
Yeah.
about that early on, and ways to try and reach your
Yes.
shadow audience. So I work for Sydney Theatre Company, so at the moment I'll do a data drive through Backstage magazine asking main subscribers who might have companions coming to the theatre company that we don't know about to get in touch, to let us know that they want to join the mailing list. And the other way I try and ascertain numbers of a shadow audience is feedback forms to subscribers during subscription drives.
Yep.
So we launch in September. We do all kinds of activity to get people to renew. We do a last blast around January, February, and we ask people who are planning not to come back. We put in a little feedback form which asks all kinds of questions, but one of them that I'm always keen to see is are you attending with friends who are still subscribing and they've purchased additional tickets through their subscription form? Because we would never know that they were coming back. So they're the only ways that I'm kind of getting any idea around shadow audience, and I just wonder if anybody else is trying to